Hey there, welcome to Violet's DIY Style. I'm Violet. If this is your first time to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also, click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. So today I'm going to share with you how I made these easy Grinch decor pieces using Dollar Tree items. So the first one we're going to do is actually the Grinch's face. And what I did was I grabbed one of these wooden ornaments from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to paint it some lime green and dark green just to give it the color of the Grinch. And you're going to do this to both sides, front and back, or you can just do the front. It's totally optional if you want to do the back side, but I decided to do both front and back. And as you can see, it really, the lime green from Dollar Tree isn't as bright, I guess, or thick as other paint. So what I decided to do was just let it dry completely and then give it another coat of the lime green before I went in with the darker green. And then once I did that, I went ahead and just stamped on that darker green around the edges and everywhere else, and kind of just brushed it through, just letting the streaks show through so you can still see that lime green, just to give it more of that 3D effect, like the Grinch's face would be. So once you're happy with the way it looks, just go ahead and let it completely dry. And then we're going to do the next step. And the next step is actually just to make a stocking. Now, a hat, I'm sorry, but what I did was I ended up using a stocking that I had left over and just cut out the shape of a hat. But if you have a Santa's hat, it would be a lot easier. Just grab the Santa's hat and glue it onto the Grinch's face. So just go ahead and hot glue your Santa's hat onto the Grinch. And then you're just going to fold over the top of the Santa's hat in order for it to be kind of folded over. That's just my preference, but if you want to keep it straight up, you can do that as well. And I'm going to show you how I make sure that it stays up the way I want it to. So you could do it either way, fold it over like I did, or keep it straight, the Santa's hat straight up. And you can do it the same way that I'm going to do it, to make it sure that it stays in place this way as well. So I'm just cutting another little piece of the white just to make kind of like a little ball to put right at the end of my Santa's hat. And then see if it folds backwards. And what I decided to do was just get some popsicle sticks and glue them to the back in order for it to stay in place. So again, you can do this if you want to keep it, the Santa's hat straight up. You can do it the same way. Just add some popsicle sticks to the top and it'll stay up completely the way you want it to. So just go ahead and add a few popsicle sticks in the back with some glue, hot glue, and it's going to stay in place. And there you have it, a really cute Santa's hat for your Grinch face. Once your popsicle sticks are completely dry, just go ahead and flip it over. Now there's quite a few different options of how you can use this Grinch face. You can use it as a door wreath, or like I am, I'm going to use it as a tree topper for my Grinch Christmas tree this year. So what I did was I went on Etsy and I got one of these Grinch faces. Now there was tons of them. I just went on Etsy and typed in Grinch decal and tons of them came up. So just go ahead and do that, and then I printed it out on my Cricut, and I believe this one was an 8x8 size of the Grinch face. And then I just went on to my Cricut and I just made the Grinch face that way and made it the size that I needed it, and there you go. And just go ahead and rub it onto your Grinch ornament. And there you have it, an adorable Grinch face for a few dollars compared to what you would get it at maybe Hobby Lobby, which I did do my research and they were roughly about $20 to $40 depending on where you were going to get it, which we made it here for a few bucks. So perfect DIY for anyone that wants to do a Grinch theme for this Christmas. So the next thing I decided to do was I grabbed some of these signs at Dollar Tree, and what I decided to do was get the same Grinch face and I just made it a smaller size and printed it out with my Cricut. And now I'm going to paint the Santa's face to make it like a Grinch face. So this one is an easy project to do, and I actually did 2 different signs, and I'm going to share with you the other sign that I did as well. So just go ahead and paint the Grinch face, or paint it green, the snowman's face, and to make it a Grinch face. And you're going to have to do a few coats of the green, especially if you use the Dollar Tree paint. So just go ahead and give it a few coats, let it completely dry in between each coat. And if you're like impatient like I am and don't want to just sit there and wait for that paint to dry, I just grabbed my little heat gun and just dried it up as fast as I could, let it cool off, and then I went ahead and added the decal to that Grinch face as well. And this one was about 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch, the size of the decal that I used for the Grinch face for this Santa. Super easy, really fast to make. Basically, the longest I had to wait was for the paint to dry. And there you have it, an adorable sign with the Grinch face on it. Now, the next one is this one. And since it does have a cute saying on it and it's for the Grinch, what I did was just grab a black permanent marker and kind of X it out, something that the Grinch would do. Now, the little elf is going to be a Grinch elf. So what I did, again, was just paint it green to make it look like the Grinch. And I did paint the little hand and the ears as well on this little elf. So again, for $1, maybe $2, with the paint and also the little Grinch decal, because I believe on Etsy I paid $1, I think it was 99 cents for that decal. So yeah, so this was maybe $2 tops for an adorable Grinch sign. Now I'm adding all of these DIYs onto my Christmas tree, but you can use these throughout your whole entire house, just depending on what you want to use them for. So again, once all the green paint is completely dry, I'm just going to add the decal onto the elf's face to make it a Grinch. And as you can see, I did a few different signs with a few different faces. But it's up to you if you want to use the same Grinch face or not. And so just go ahead and print it out on your Cricut and then add it onto your elf. And again, this was a 1x1. I wish I would have made it just a little bit bigger, but it still worked. So just go ahead and peel it off, and then there you have it. So the next DIY, again, these are all for my Christmas tree. What I decided to do was use some of these succulent planters that are plastic from Dollar Tree, because I didn't want to use the foam. I've seen people make the candy mints using the foam from Dollar Tree, but I wanted it larger, so I decided to go ahead and use these succulent planters that are plastic, and I went ahead and just kind of made a simple design to make it look like a peppermint. And then all I did was just grab a pencil and outline it, and trace it onto my succulent, which is going to be my mint. Now, it doesn't make it really dark with this pencil, but you can see it just slightly, and that's all you need, just to give you an idea of some kind of pattern on how to make your mint. So just go ahead and continue doing that until you make as many mint spaces as you want. So once you're done, just go ahead and grab your white and red paint, or you can even do white and green if you like. I think that would look really adorable as well. So just go ahead and start tracing out all your white ones, and you're just going to paint. And you can give these each 2 coats if you like, just depending on how much coverage of each one of them you want. So I really wasn't going for that perfect look, since it is kind of like a candy, fun, whimsical decoration. So I just gave it 1 good coat of white paint and also 1 good coat of red paint. And all I did was do the white paint first. Just skipping one of the spaces, and then just started adding the white to the next space. These succulent pots are perfect for any kind of DIY that you want to do with the candies, or you can use this as a lollipop as well, and just paint it fun colors and wrap it up the same way, and maybe use like a broomstick in order for it to be a lollipop. So if you're planning on doing like a Candyland theme birthday party, or for instance like I am for Christmas, these succulent pots are perfect size, and they look more high-end than using the foam. That's my opinion, of course, but I just thought they looked a lot better. So once you're done painting the white, just go ahead and paint the open spaces red. And there you have it. Now the next one, all you're going to do is paint it all completely white, because we're going to do a different style of mint. And again, you can give it 2 coats if you like. I just gave it 1 really good coat and let it completely dry. And then once it's dry, just go ahead and grab your red paint again, and you're just going to start in the center and then just make it like a swirl around the entire pot, and then you're going to make it look like a mint. And just keep making that swirl until you get to the bottom. And there you have it. Now you're going to let these completely dry before you wrap them up. And then you're just going to get that clear wrapping paper from Dollar Tree as well. And you're just going to wrap it around your candy. And I just made it a little bit larger than the candy in order for me to have enough of the wrapper to wrap around my candy. Then I flipped over my candy to make sure that the bottom part, which is going to be the top of your candy, is nice and smooth. And then I add a little bit of tape to the back of my candy, just to make sure that that wrapper stays on there nice and firm and straight, and it stays really tight, because I didn't want any wrinkles around the candy. So once you do that, just flip it over and then just grab any kind of string or ribbon that you like, and you're going to go ahead and tie the ends to make it look like a candy. All these projects I think are super easy, super fun to do, really fun and whimsical Christmas ideas for the Grinch decors out there that are going to do the Grinch theme. I think these are just adorable and very budget friendly. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite, or which one are you going to do. And if you do any of them and you post them on any of the social medias, make sure to tag me on them. I love to see everybody's decors and how I inspire you guys, because you guys inspire me with the different ideas that you do as well. So once you're done, just go ahead and double knot it, and then just make a simple bow just to add that final touch onto your candy. And then all I did was just kind of curl the ends of my ribbon just to give it, again, a fun look. And there you have it, some adorable large candies for your Christmas tree. And here are all of the DIYs that I made on my Grinch tree. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share with friends and family. Until next time, stay blessed. Bye.